Hey everyone and welcome back. Hope you're keeping well and safe. Today's video is a nice little short one and probably relates to most people. Can you be against animal cruelty but still eat animals? Let's get into it. Just before we get stuck into the moral discussion, let's take a look at a prime example of a trustworthy authority saying one thing but doing the other. If you don't know, if you haven't seen already, the RSPCA, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the largest animal welfare charity in the UK, dedicating their whole life saving animals' lives across the country, living with the motto, let's put an end to animal cruelty, promote food recipes of dead animal corpses on their website like spicy roast duck, pork and rosemary kebabs, barbecue chicken wings, and veal baked in hay. This ridiculous hypocrisy is like WWF tackling climate change but then investing a whole load of money in corporations who contribute to mass deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. Or perhaps on a more trivial comparison, it's like your window cleaner thoroughly deep cleaning all of your windows to then take a big fat shit on all of them because he felt like it. Let's just go back for a second and see what these dead animals are and compare it to an animal that they would be saving on a day-to-day basis. So let's take a nice cute dog for example. The first meal would be roast duck, obviously a duck, pork kebabs, obviously a pig, chicken wings, a chicken, and veal, obviously a calf. Now, would there be any differences between these animals and this lovely dog right here, which justifies taking their life? Apart from having that cultural conditioning mindset of, these animals are for pets and these animals are for food, I personally find it very hard to find the moral justification of eating one but not the other. Perhaps one of the reasons why animal lovers still consume animal products is because of the years and years of that hardwired social conditioning and a massive disconnection, for the most part anyway. Unless you have psychopathic traits where you see animals or no animals being killed on your behalf doesn't bother you, or worse than that, you take enjoyment out of it, then I can assume in most cases it will be for the latter. What is it exactly that stops one from removing animal products from their life when they're clearly an animal lover? We see this form of hypocrisy all the time in everyday life. Maybe not WWF or the window cleaner, but certainly RSPCA. Now let's take Joe Blogs for example. Joe would never hurt a fly, he's a really nice guy, has his own gorgeous Labrador Bella and completely adores her. Think of it as like Ricky Gervais and his German Shepherd before he went vegan. When Joe gets home after a nice long walk with Bella, he puts his favourite meal in the oven, steak pie. Now Joe's been consuming animal products for his whole life, but he loves Bella and has always been against animal cruelty. So what seems to be the contradiction here? If we were to look at this objectively from more of a psychological standpoint, we could say, as psychologists, that Joe has been completely disconnected from this moral conflict for the majority of his life. What RSPCA are doing here is the prime example of hypocrisy. Some might say, but when it's for food, it's justified. Others might say, but if it's done humanely, then it's okay. Or people might say, but cats and dogs are for pets, others are not. But let me ask you, how can it be justified for food when we don't need to eat animals to survive? Or what does killing someone humanely look like? And if just because we've culturally deemed dogs and cats to be our pets and others not, should not be the moral justification to then take their life away from them. Perhaps instead of saying need animal advice, ask us a question, it should say want to be a hypocrite, great, join us. And perhaps instead of saying report cruelty, it should say report hypocrisy. RSPCA spend their whole life saving animals which are in and have been in horrible conditions, some with abusive owners and or just a terrible life. The same life the same animals are living in on their website as food recipes, but a whole load worse. Now a petition is up and running to send forward to the RSPCA to cease their promotion of animal products on their website, so please check this one out and I'll put it in the description box below. To finish this off, I think it's important for everyone watching to see what contradictions we are living in when we go to the supermarket. If you're an animal lover, which I'm assuming everybody who's watching this is, but when you go to the supermarkets you still buy animal products, then we have to see why this could be. And ultimately, living in 2020 where we have an abundance amount of food at our disposal, I find it very hard to justify this action. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and I appreciate everybody who's taken the time to watch my videos and would really love it if you can give my channel a subscribe. I'll see you later.